identify how much money. Okay. We're going to identify, number one, step one is we're going to identify what is your monthly income goal, how much money you want to make, and they got to make a commitment. Let me tell you something. When someone sees the business, I show the business to someone, right? They see the opportunity. The next step is I do what's called a follow-up interview. I don't know if you guys do that, but that's what I was taught in my company. Why? Because if I'm going to be working with that person, if I'm going to be training them, I need to know that they're committed. I need to know that there's a plan of action, how many hours they're going to work a week, when they're going to work that week, okay? See, I take this really serious, because if not, they're wasting their time, and they're wasting whose time? Our time. So one thing that you guys all know, you heard the phrase, right? Time is money. We cannot waste time. So you need to get a commitment from people up front and hold them to that commitment. And if they don't stick to it, guess what? You got to let them go. As a matter of fact, I turn people down. Ed, are you serious? You mean you turn people away from the business? Absolutely. If they don't commit to a plan of action and actually working and letting me know what hours of the week they're going to work, then I tell them, look, I don't want you to waste your $148 because you're just going to waste it. I'd rather you keep it in the bank, because if you're going to put 148 here and you're not going to do anything, it's just a waste of time and money. So I tell them, look, this power is not for you. And I got to tell you guys something, okay, guys and girls. Sorry, when I say guys, I mean everybody, right? What you want to reject some people. It'll give you some posture in your business. You don't want to be begging people to join Power. So I'm going to teach you today that you don't have to beg people, and you can have posture and recruit an army of people. And let me tell you something. This is what helped us, myself and my team. We became the #1 recruiters. #1, not two, #1 every month in Primerica for years. I mean, it took years for someone to finally knock us off, okay? We were #1. Why? Because of what my mentor taught me about not begging people to join the business. And when that shift changed in my brain, everything changed. I had, it was valuable to me. So here's what I ask people. So I say, #1. So if I'm talking to David, right? I say, David, look, how much money do you want to make per month? In the short term, David, within 3 months, how much money you want to make? David says to me, well, I want to make $20,000 a month. Okay, so in 3 months' time, you want to be making $20,000 a month. Excellent. What about long-term, David? What do you want to be making a year from now? We're working together. Oh man, I want to be making whatever, $30,000 a month. Excellent. It doesn't matter what he or she says. Doesn't matter. Next. So David, why do you want to make $20,000 a month? In other words, what are the 3 most important financial goals that you want to achieve by making $20,000 a month? And he says to me, whatever, buy a house, travel to Europe, and buy a new car for my wife, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. They're his goals. Next. Great. How many hours a week will you work in Power to make $20,000 a month? That's critical right there, folks. It's got to be a minimum of 5 to 10 hours a week. Look, if somebody can't put in at least 5 hours a week, they don't qualify. I reject them. I tell them, look, I honestly, I don't want to take your $148. Frankly, I don't make a penny on the 148. I don't know if you guys know that, right? We don't get paid on that 148. That goes to run Power. So we're not making any money. We're going to end up losing money working with someone that's not serious. And then you know what's going to happen? Those are the people that complain and say that Power doesn't work. Those are the people that go online, they start bitching, crying, and complaining. Oh, I was in Power. That thing sucks. It doesn't work. I didn't make no money. No. So I'd rather not hire those people if they're not serious, because I don't want to hear the headaches. I don't want to hear excuses later on, right? So again, if someone's not going to invest 5 hours a week, don't even hire them. Next, also important, what days and time slots, David, during the week are you able to work? I want to find out. What if he works nighttime? What if he works a crazy schedule? Doesn't matter. Let's identify 5 to 10 hours a week that we're going to be working together. And we're going to write these down so him and I know the days he's going to work. Because you're going to be working with different people, right? You're not going to be working with just one person. You might be working with 3, 4, 5 people at a time, and you need to know what days they're going to train. Now, this is a key question right here. David, are you going to do exactly See, I freaking bold it and underline it, right? You're going to do exactly what we teach you and the 10 weekly online training so that you can make that amount of money, 20,000 a month, yes or no? And I'm going to wait for his answer. He says, yes. Sometimes I even, if it's like a week, yeah, sure. No, wait, are you sure? Are you positive? You're going to stick to that. Because see, folks, if they're shaky, they don't give a commitment, I don't hire them. Now, understand these truths, David. When you make money, we make money. In other words, when you make money, I get paid, David. But guess what? If you don't make money, I don't make any money. So, David, understanding that truth, do you think I want to lead you to failure or success? What is he going to say? Oh, success. Exactly. David, have you heard the phrase time is money? Everybody's heard that. He goes, yeah, of course. So, David, let me ask you this. Let's just reverse this for 1 second. What if you were training me and I told you that I was going to put in 5 or 10 hours a week, certain days, I was going to do exactly what you teach me, but I don't follow the program. I don't do what you teach me, and I don't invest the time. David, would you continue to work with me? And I let him answer. You know what he's going to say? He goes, no. Great. Now we have an understanding. I made it very clear to David that if he doesn't commit and doesn't work, then he's done. I'm not going to work with him. Now, some of you might say, damn, Ed, that's cold. How could you do that? Folks, this is a business. We're not joking here. Okay. We're talking about making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and millions of dollars a year. Some of you don't realize you will make millions of dollars here in this company. Yes, you will. You have no idea. We're just getting started. I mean, the company in the last year and a half, right, really built the platform, and now it's taking off. So we're here in momentum phase. So yes, a lot of you will become millionaires in this company. Of course, if you work and you do, what you're supposed to do. Then I asked him, David, when do you want to start earning money? I need to know that. When do you want to start earning money? I mean, does he have something he's got to do? Is it going to be after Easter, whatever? Well, then I know, okay, great. Well, we're going to be working in a couple months. He's not ready right now. I need to know when people are ready right now. For example, I'll give you my case, right? I told JC, I came on board a few months ago, but I told JC, listen, I have a large project in the Dominican Republic that I'm working on. It's actually a resort. And I have investors. It's something I've been working on for a few years. I want to get that done. We'll be finished with this by end of 2021. So I told him, I said, look, I can get in, start learning about Powur, do a few things, but I can't really launch my business until I get this resort project contract completed. He said, Ed, no problem. Let me know. When are you ready, Ed? And I said, January 2022, we're going to get started. Guess what? Him and I talked the other day. I'm ready to go. Now we're launching. Now I'm excited. There's no excuses. Ed is committed. See, so you need to know when people are going to go to work. I'm ready to go to work, but you need to find out when people you hire are ready to go to work. Okay, great. So you guys got that. Next, in yellow, this is the next step. Number 2 is now they complete their online application with their 148. So they're legal to do it. You see, I don't collect the 148 until I first find out that they're committed. I know when they're going to work. They're serious about working. And we have a serious talk about that. I don't take that 148. Again, do whatever you want to do. I'm just recommending to you. This changed my business, my life. It made me millions of dollars in Primerica when I switched that and I stopped just recruiting everybody. Don't get me wrong. We're going to recruit a lot of people, okay, thousands of people, but just do it the right way so that people get committed and they see you're serious. So they go online. You guys know that, right? They go to your join link and they sign up. That's easy. By the way, this is the fast start training that I use with a brand new person, okay? Next, David, if you own a home, we want you to get your free solar proposal and switch to solar if it benefits you. If it doesn't benefit you, David, then we don't want you to switch, right? But if it benefits you, we want you to switch. So, okay, let me give you an example, David. Here's one of our clients, and I'll show them, look, they were paying, a 184 a month. We dropped the payment down to 114. They're saving over $50,000, by switching to Powur. So I asked them this closing question right here, right? Write down this closing question. David, If we can show you how to lower your monthly energy bill, save tens of thousands of dollars, and increase the value of your home, would you be open to a no obligation free solar analysis? He's got to say yes. He's going to say, yeah, of course. Okay. Why? Because look at all those benefits before I ask the closing question, right? So he's going to say yes. Well, then guess what? Send me your electric bill. Boom. You see, that's what I love about recruiting. That's what I love about hiring people, is that through internal consumption, the same people you recruit, they're going to put in their solar proposal. They're going to do an analysis. So if you recruit more people, hire more people, you're going to get more sales just by the mere fact that a percentage of the people you're going to recruit, right, are going to own homes. I don't know if you know this, but approximately 70% of Americans own a home, 69 point something. So it just rounded to 70%. So it's about 7 out of 10 people own a home. So get everybody to do an analysis, okay? Now, what's the next step? I want to teach you a concept here. I want to teach you a concept. It's called the LIPS system. Now, I will tell you this. I've copied everything I know I've copied from some of my top mentors. One second. Okay, so I've copied everything I've learned. The one thing I came up with by accident was this little acronym here called LIPS, okay? So maybe the only thing Ed Ayala has ever invented in direct sales. So here it is. Basically, what does LIPS stand for? First of all, it's an acronym for list, invite, present, sign up, and sell. So what does this mean? I'll show you real quick. It means you list every referral, every contact, every human being that you know that lives in the United States. You list them all. You invite them all to see a presentation of Powur, the business, and then you're either going to sign them up into the company or sell them, or both, right? Might be both. And then it doesn't end there. See, this is where a lot of you, unfortunately, right? This is the part where you blow it. You sign somebody up and that's it. You sell somebody Powur and that's it. No. You got to go to the next step is if you signed up a new person, getting their list of contacts. And then what do? Rinse and repeat. Invite, present, sign up, list, invite. What if you sell somebody solar, somebody that joined the business, you sell them solar, what do? Get a list of 10 warm referrals. Why would they give you referrals, Ed? Well, because we pay them as an ambassador, right? $1,000 per homeowner referral. Guys, girls, I want you to realize how powerful that is. In Primerica, we used to get 10 referrals by giving people like a $25 Red Lobster certificate, a dinner certificate, right? Here, they're getting $1,000. That's just insanity. That's $1,000 bait, right? That you're giving somebody. You tell them, look, we'll pay you $1,000 every time you refer somebody. So that's huge. So whether you sign up somebody, you're going to get a list of names, or you sell them solar, you got to get a list of referrals. And that keeps the system rolling. LIPS, right? And guess what? We use our LIPS to do Powur. So you'll never forget it, right? So whenever you get stuck, just remember, go back to this little system here. And then what do you got to do? You got to understand that it's all about how many people can you do this with, how fast can you do it. Let me give you a little secret. Powur or direct sales is not about who's the smartest, the best looking, has the best education. It has nothing to do with that. Who's more talented has nothing at all to do with that. You know what it has everything to do with? It's how many people can you show the business to and how fast can you do it? That's it. That's really what it is. Some of you are trying to get too good at the business before you show it to everybody. I'm telling you, you don't need to do that, because the people that are going to see it, that are going to get it, they don't need you to be an expert. All they need to do is see it. Wow, this is amazing. And they're going to join the business, and they're going to do it with or without you. So the key is show everybody the business, how many, how fast. Okay, next. Now, I'm going to show you how to build a perpetual referral contact system that never stops, and multiply your 20 contacts into 360 contacts, 12 solar sales, and 70 grand in cash. Now, this will take about 3 months to do this, okay? This will take about 3 months. But let me show you how you do it. Watch the math. Watch how it works. And if anybody, you can put in the chat, you can say, Ed, that's bullshit. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Tell me, no, Ed, that's bullshit. But watch the numbers. Tell me if they're not real. You have 20 contacts. You put a list of 20 people together, just 20. I know you know hundreds of people. By the way, everyone knows hundreds of people. Today with social media, every person, unless they live in a cave, right? Or they're a hermit, every person has hundreds of contacts between Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, their cell phone. I mean, it's crazy. Every human being. There was a study done. I think it was like 500 or 600. That's the average. Some people have thousands, right? But how could somebody not have 20 contacts? So let's say you identify your top 20 contacts. They see a presentation. Folks, at least 20% are going to become business partners. Would you guys agree? Put it in the chat, right? That's 2 out of 10. If they see a good presentation, they're going to become a business partner in Powur. So what happens there? 20 times 20%. That means you got 4 what? New business partners. What do they bring to the table? They bring 20 contacts each. So what have you now done? By hiring 4 new business partners, you just multiplied your contacts to 80. So let's continue. 80 contacts times 20%, who see the business. That's 16 new business partners, mentees, partners, whatever you want to call them. I call them business partners, right? 16. You get 20 contacts from each of them. 20 times 16 is what? 320. You see what you've done already? You went from 20 to 320. And all you've got to do is show the business to those 20 people. Get them to see the business. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, let's talk about the sales, solar sales. Your 20 contacts see a presentation, and let's say 20% of them switch to solar. Okay? That's 4 solar sales. 4 solar sales, if you're splitting them, right? That's I call it a training sale. You know, I know Powur calls it a mentor sale, whatever. We're talking the same language, right? 3,500 is the average because you're splitting 7,000. That's 14,000 in cash. Let me tell you something. If you get somebody hired on board and you get to work, you can get this done in their first 30 days. Okay? I just started working, really, today, this week, okay? So a great guy, I see tremendous potential. His name is Chris Lewis. I know he's on today. This is what I'm going to help him do. I'm dedicated to helping Chris Lewis make 14,000 in the next 30 days. Why? Because once he sees that, that's going to raise his level of belief. He's going to go, oh my God, look how much money I made. Well, I can go make 20,000 next month. You see, that's our job as trainers, mentors, right? We got to go help people make money. So is it realistic that out of 20 people that see the business, 20% become solar sales? Absolutely. 4 solar sales times 10 referrals each. That's 40 homeowner referrals. Okay? Because you got to get 10 referrals from every homeowner that you help switch to solar. Times 20% is 8 solar sales. So those 40 homeowner referrals, you get 20% of them to switch. Folks, I'm talking very realistic, low numbers. Some of you present to 10 homeowners, you close 5, 6 deals out of 10, right? I've heard them. I've been on some of your calls just to kind of get a feel for the team and the company. I've been listening to some of your calls, and I don't know if it was David Perez. I don't know who it was that they did like X amount of presentations, and when I calculated it, they were closing about 60% of the people that they presented to. I said, man, that's pretty damn good. So I'm using some very low realistic numbers, but the key is you got to get people to see it. So 8 solar sales now times 7,000, because now you're either a mentor or you already completed your training, right? So now you're making a full commission. So 8 solar sales times 7,000, That's 56,000. If we add all these up, we add up all the contacts, sales, it adds up to 360 contacts, 12 solar sales, and 70,000 in cash. What did you start with? You started with 20 contacts. But you see, and then that continues to progress. Yeah. It doesn't stop. Okay. So what's next? Next is, I'm going to move a little quicker here. Okay. Next is, oops. Complete your top 20 contact list. Now, this is what I'm going to be getting, right? I'm starting this week. I'm new to Powur. I'm starting this week. I'm starting my business. You know, we joined a few months ago, but as I told you, we weren't ready to launch. We're launching now this week. So what do? I hire somebody after I get all the commitments, everything here. I'm going to say to them, look, put a list together of 10 homeowners and 10 money motivated people. Text it to me. Send it to me. I don't need their phone numbers because I'm not going to call them, but I need to see what we're working with. So let's talk about listing everybody you know. Okay, here I'm going to move quickly. Why? To work in an easy, warm market, not cold call or talk to strangers. Listen, if you like to knock on doors, that's great. Okay, I used to knock on doors when I was a detective in narcotics, right? But it was a different kind of knock on doors. We knocked the door down, okay? And I don't want to think about having to go knock on strangers' doors anymore, right? Not that I'm going to get shot in Powur, right? But I'm not interested in knocking on cold doors. I did it for years with NYPD. I don't want to do it now. So that's just me. If you love knocking on doors, great. Do what makes you happy, okay? I will say this, though. It's not very duplicatable. That's the only challenge with door knocking, okay? Can you make sales and knock on doors? Yes. Should you do it if you got to make money? Heck yeah, do it, no problem. But understand something, it's not duplicatable. Very few people that you're going to find that are going to be willing, they might do a short term, but not long term. They don't want to be knocking on doors, right? So what do I teach people? I teach people a warm referral system where they don't have to knock on doors. Again, I'm not knocking anybody who's listening. If you like knocking on doors and it works for you, great. But understand not everybody's going to want to do that. So why list everybody you know? To build a system of unlimited and never-ending contacts and referrals. It gives you the psychological advantage and posture. This is key now, of the abundance of people, and you're not worried about who says no. You see, one of the great things about listing everybody you know, having a couple hundred people listed on paper, not in your phone, listed on paper, or maybe like Excel's, you know, whatever, organized, list everybody, is because you're looking at it. And when somebody says, nah, not for me, no, I'm not interested, you go, shit, I got another 432 people. I'm not worried who says no. But when all you do is call people from the top of your head and you go, man, I already called I called Maria and I called David, man, nobody's joined. Oh, Powur sucks. I'm not good at this. It's not going to work. You start getting defeated, right? Start getting negative. But when you see all those hundreds of contacts, you go, who cares? I'm going to continue to contact people because it's a numbers game, folks, a total numbers game. So look, this is your social capital inventory, and it is your most valuable asset. Believe it or not, what a new person brings to the table is their social capital, not their financial capital. Because remember, we don't get paid on their 148. So their $148 that they invest into a Powur, we don't get a penny. So their financial capital doesn't matter. You know what matters to us is their social capital. Does that person know a JC Rangel? Does that person know a David Perez? Does that person that I just hired, can that person lead me to Jonathan Brunasso? Does that person know a Chris Lewis, a future superstar? That's what's important, who they're going to lead you to. Because it's not who you know, it's who they know. So let me give you an example here. I saw this in a seminar one time, something similar, but I copied this, right? Basically, you know, that's the Verizon network guy. Have you ever seen this before? Well, I like it because it gives you a great visual. Here's what it means. Here's what the visual is. Every time you hire a new business partner, every time your warm market of contacts grows exponentially through their warm market. And now you can potentially meet, talk to, and present to everyone that they know, everybody in their cell phone, everybody in their social media world. You get what I'm saying? You see how powerful this visual is? Some of you think that when you recruit somebody, well, I recruited this one guy. Hey, I got a new guy on the team. No, 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 you're mistaken. You don't have a new guy on your team. You have a new guy, and everybody he's ever met in his life or her life, they can lead you to. Let that marinate in your brain for a second, okay? Let that marinate in your brain. You know how powerful that is? My mentor, okay? This guy, Bob Safford, he's passed away, but he was worth $200 million in the 90s. He had a net worth of over $200 million, okay? He was one of my mentors in Primerica. Love that guy. You know what he said to me? He said, Ed, you introduced me to one person. I can meet the world. I can meet everybody on this planet. You introduced me to one person. You know what he meant? Everybody's interconnected, folks. Everybody's interconnected. So when you hire a brand new person, okay, you don't got to go meet the world, obviously, right? But they bring you their market. They bring you every contact they've ever met. So by hiring other business partners, what happens? You build a perpetual, what does that mean, right? That's a $50 word for never stops, never ending. Contact and referral system that never stops. That's why I'm such a big believer in hiring new people, because every time you hire a new person, you don't know who they're going to bring you. You don't know. They could bring you the next superstar. You have no idea. And you would have never met that person if you didn't hire the brand new person. Okay, so I guess you guys got that pretty solid. Now, I told you, list everyone you know on your cell phone, social media. Folks, every one of you has hundreds of contacts, every one of you. And you're going to text them something. I'm going to give you a little script. You're going to text them in a minute, okay? Now, here's a fact, and I learned this from JC, listening onto some of your calls. Most people know a few realtors. However, very few people know a solar consultant. I went into Google and I did a little research. I found out that as of 2021, there are 1.4 million realtors in the US, but there are less than 10,000 solar consultants. Isn't that something amazing? Folks, 1.4 million to 10,000, that's a mega huge difference. So guess what? If you are the only solar consultant that your contacts know, then it is much more likely they're going to contact you about solar, right? Because they don't know any solar people. Why would they want to talk to the guy on TV or the company on television or on Facebook when they know you? When you told them that you're in the solar industry, you're now a solar consultant. So I'm going to give you a really nice script in a minute. So what do? I get two lists. Ed, you just said to list hundreds of people. No, I tell the person to list hundreds of people, but then I filter and I get the top 10 homeowners that like you and would help you with a copy of their electric bill and just 20 minutes of their time to observe a training appointment online given by the trainer, okay? List number 2, 10 money motivated people so we can offer them the business and hire them if you want to build a team and get paid. And that's optional, right? If somebody doesn't want to hire people, that's fine. That's their choice. I'll try to help them understand why hiring people is so powerful. But if they don't want to, that's fine. It's optional. Text these 2 lists to your trainer. Don't prejudge. This is critical. Show everyone power. Let them make up their own minds. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they say, no, my next door neighbor, I know that guy. He makes too much money. He wouldn't be interested. What a mistake. That's a huge mistake. I mean, a mega mistake. I got a guy that right now makes over $3 million a year, right now, in direct sales, okay? And he doesn't like his company. They're playing politics, a lot of bullshit. And he's like, man, I'm fed up. So he's going to take a look at Powur. He says, look, give me a couple weeks. I'll be able to take a look at Powur. I want to get some information. Is he going to come on board? I don't know. He might, but he's looking. He's open. You get what I'm saying? And he's making right now over $3 million a year. So don't tell me that you shouldn't show it to everyone. Show it to everyone. Let them make up their own mind. You never know who's ready to do it. And remember what I told you, it's not who you know, it's who they know. You're not even worried so much about the person you hire because most of them are going to quit. Let me say that again. Most of the people you personally recruit or hire, most of them are going to quit, but they're going to lead you to somebody. Okay. Now, Chris, I know you're not quitting, but I'm just saying that, you know, it's statistics. A lot of people quit that you recruit, but guess what? They lead you to a superstar. So look, I can't stress this enough. I put in big, bold, capital letters. You must show everyone you know power. Or here's the sad fact. Risk losing them to someone else. And folks, I don't have a long time to tell you the story, but guess what? I had one of my vice presidents, his name is Tracy. We go into a convention in Primerica one time. This is many years ago. And he's sitting down next to me. And he looks up at the stage and they're promoting new vice presidents. You know, we would have a whole like ceremony. They're promoting vice presidents, right? And all of a sudden he goes, "Oh shit, Ed, look at that guy up there." I go, "Yeah, what's up?" That's my cousin. I'm like, "Really? That's your cousin?" He goes, "Yeah." But guess what? His cousin was getting promoted to vice president, but under a different team, a different organization. So Tracy would not get paid on his cousin. His cousin is in his cell phone. It's his cousin, his family. You know how much money he lost? $70,000 a year, average. Because when you promoted a vice president in Primerica, you made about $70,000 a year, average. If they were just an average vice president, if they made more, you made more. So I said, "Tracy, dude, do you understand that?" And by the way, the guy was young in his early 20s, so he's probably going to work 20 years. I said, over the next 20 years, that decision of not talking to your cousin cost you 700,000 times $1.4 million. Well, he was done the rest of the convention, right? He was like on the floor, the poor guy. I killed him. I said, "Dude, that cost you about 1.4 million decision by not contacting your cousin." So you know what I learned and he learned that day? Man, you got to show the business to everybody because you may lose them to someone else. And imagine if one of you go to a power convention and you see somebody that's in your cell phone, you know, and they're making 30, 40, 50,000 a month. You know how much money you're losing? Oh, crazy. So this is just a top 10 list. No big deal for business partners. Another one for homeowners that I use. Okay. I have a little system where, and by the way, all this stuff I could get to JC, so don't worry about it. I share everything I've learned. I share it with you guys. I don't override you guys, by the way, right? You guys know I don't get paid on what you do. But you know why I love helping people? Because what goes around comes around. It's called karma. I believe in karma. You help other people, it doesn't have to be because of money. But one day, I may say, "David, hey, David, man, you made 100,000 last month. Can you come fly over to Florida and do a training for our team?" David's going to remember, man, Ed helped us out in our team. See, we help each other. It's not always about making money. You got to help each other out. So I'm going to get all this stuff to you guys. Plus, it's recorded. So what I do is I have a point system. I learned this in Primerica, right? In other words, when they list the homeowners, I want to know, do you know them over 3 years? They get a point. Do you know the spouse's first name? They get a point. Ever invited to their home? Yep, a point. Visited them in the last 6 months? You get another point. And have they ever helped you? We call it a credibility score. Credibility score. 5 is the highest. So from 0 to 5. So guess who you think I want to see first or talk to first or present to first? The 5-pointers. Because that means that person knows the homeowners, but on top of that, has high credibility with them. Okay. So I want to make sure that we're seeing the best people in somebody's market. Okay. So now text invite or call 10 people for the next webinar and have 10 guests see the business presentation. Again, remember, this is a brand new person. I'm letting them know what we want them to do to make 20,000 a month, whatever he or she wants to make. So what do you want to do? Text invite or call 10 people, invite them to the next webinar, have all 10 guests see the business presentation. Now, why inviting versus explaining? If you try to explain the business, people know you're not a solar expert. They're going to jump to the wrong conclusions. They're going to make a decision without all the facts. Don't explain. They're going to ask you tons of questions that you can't answer. They're going to waste your time. So strictly invite people to the webinar or video and let the proven, experienced leaders explain the business and hire them for you. You know how simple that is? Don't explain the business. Don't try to recruit people into the business. Just invite people to see the business and let the leaders hire them for you. Pros and top money earners strictly invite, amateurs explain. Big key, say less to more people, not more to less people. See, some of you talk to people until you're blue in the face, trying to convince them to join Powur. No, just invite them, and that's it. I'm gonna give you some scripts here. Simply invite people to the business, never try to convince them. Stick to the scripts and use them exactly as they're written. And again, how many people can you invite? How fast can you do it? How many, how fast? How to invite to the presentation. This is one way to do it, one way. I call this the help and opinion script. Works like a charm. It works with people, anyone that would do you a small favor. Okay? So when you put your list together, you go, man, would this guy, this girl do me a favor? If the answer is yes, then you could use this right here. Look how it works. I call Mike. Hey, Mike, how are you? Little chit chat. Oh, doing good. How's the family? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Mike, listen, Mike, you may or may not be interested. Now, you might say, Ed, why do you say you may or may not be interested? You know why? Because I don't want to make him defensive, right? I don't want, like, I'm trying to recruit you. I'm trying to get you into something. I'm trying to get you, that gets up people's guards. They get defensive right away. So what do I do? Very low key. Mike, you know what? You may not be interested. It's almost like, I don't really care. I don't really need you. That's the attitude you got to have, right? Mike, you may or may not be interested, but I'm thinking of working part-time with the new solar company that pays an average of $7,200 per sale. I got that from corporate, one of the corporate events they did. They said the average right now that you make on a sale as a mentor is $7,200 per sale. So that's a lot of money, folks, without door knocking. And I would love for you to check it out and give me your honest opinion. Could you do me that favor? Let me tell you what's going to happen to Mike. He's going to hear 7,200, no door knocking. He's going to go, shit, yeah, I'll give you my opinion, but I might be interested. You see what I'm saying? I'm recruiting him without recruiting him. I'm getting him interested and excited without, I'm doing it very low key. So now he's going to say, yeah, okay. So either he wants to help me with his opinion or he's interested now in the business, right? So next, we're not moving here. Hold on. Okay. Next, set the appointment. Say, so Mike, how soon can you see a 15, 20-minute video so you can get more detailed information and give me your honest opinion? And get him a Powur presentation. That's it. See, what I do, the way I was taught is we set an appointment for you to see it. I don't just send it to him, okay? Okay, cool. I'll call you tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. I'll send you the video link. I really appreciate your help. Important. Never just send people to a text video link because then they have control, okay? If they ask any questions at all, oh, what about this? Well, how do you make money? How do you do it without door knocking? Don't get into explaining. Remember what I said? Don't explain. All you're going to say is this. Mike, that's the purpose of you seeing the short video. So you can get all the information. I'll call you tomorrow at 5:30. Boom, hang up the call. That's your answer for any question they got. Don't get sucked in to explaining. Whatever they ask you. Yeah, dude, but how the heck can they pay that much money? Solar companies, you know what? That's the purpose of you seeing the short video. Even if he says no, what if Mike says, nah, listen, I'm not interested. Mike, that's okay. Mike, you know that if you asked me for a few minutes of my time, I would help you, bro. So can you just help me with a few minutes to give me your honest opinion? That's all I need. Okay, I'll call you tomorrow at 5:30. You see, this is a friend. This is somebody that would do me a small favor. I do him a favor, her. So just say straight up, dude, if you ask me for a few minutes of my time, take you to the airport, change a tire, whatever it is, do you a favor. You know you can count on me. So can I count on you? Same concept. You guys got it, right? Look, I don't want to go over the time. So there's some other scripts here that are phenomenal, but we're going to, I'll get them to you guys. We'll do another training, okay? Call back. Okay, so call back. send them to the YouTube video link of the presentation or wherever the presentation is. Wait, stay on the phone. I actually wait for the video to start. Then you know what I say? Hey, Mike, I'll call you in 15, 20 minutes to see what you like most. Or better yet, if possible, and I can meet with them if they live close by, I show them the video and presentation on a tablet, on your laptop, whatever, show it to them. Then I call back in 20 minutes, ask, hey, Mike, what did you like most about the business? A direct question, just like that. Not what did you think? Worst thing you could say, oh, what did you think? Whatever. I think that guy Ed swears too much, or this guy's corny. No. It's what did you like most about the business? Then whatever he says, if it's something positive, it usually is, right? Great. Let me set up an appointment with my manager or my leader so he can interview you, answer your questions, and show you how to make money. If they're not interested, no problem. If they're a homeowner, offer them a no obligation free solar analysis and $1,000 cash for every solar sale they refer. Make them an ambassador, right? If they are not a homeowner, then again, have them become an ambassador. Next, hire 4 business partners. So look, if you show 10 people the business, right, correctly, done correctly, you're going to get about 4 people hired. Okay, that's the average number. And then you're making more money. I don't got time for this right now. That's in the presentation anyway. Okay, text or call at the bottom, 10 homeowners. Set 10 online Zoom training appointments. So if you're a mentor, if you're a trainer, listen to me right now. You want to take care, custody, and control of your person's contacts. They got 10 homeowners that they know. What you want to do then is schedule 10 Zoom training appointments where you meet with those homeowners, right? If you could get the electric bill up front, great. If you can't, no problem. You do a presentation and you help your person make money. Why? Because you both make money. Okay. Oh, by the way, this script is pretty hot. This is good. I want you to guys have this. Okay. Look, this is really good. This is something you can text to everybody. If you got 1,000 people in your cell phone, you're going to be busy texting this. You can text this to every single person. Check it out. Hey, Mike, how are you? By the way, don't put in Mike, right? It's whoever your contact is. Some people actually do it that exact. You put their name in there. So, Mike, I wanted to let you know that I just started working in the solar industry as a solar consultant with the #1 solar company in the USA. Our average client saves tens of thousands of dollars and dramatically increases their home value by switching to solar with us. We also have the best 30-year warranty and the most exclusive financing programs in the industry, whereby the homeowner has 0 upfront out-of-pocket costs. The company also pays you $1,000 for every homeowner solar sale you refer us. So, Mike, do you know any homeowners we can help? By the way, did everything I cover in here, is it all true that we are the #1 solar company? Yes. I didn't say we're the biggest, but by the way, we're the #1 fastest growing. We're the #1 that has the only virtual platform in the cloud. Okay. We're #1. We got the largest sales force, right? We got 5,000 sales consultants, solar consultants. That's the biggest. So we are #1 in certain areas. So that's why I say we're the #1 solar company, right? So everything I covered here is true. We save our clients tens of thousands of dollars. We increase their home value. Everything here is true. So if you text this to everybody that you know, remember what I said. Remember what JC says. Everybody knows 3 or 4 realtors. Hardly anybody knows a solar sales professional, solar sales consultant. Okay. And for homeowners, you want to add this also. So that's, you send this to everybody. But if they're a homeowner, on top of that, you want to send this. Mike, let me know if you would like to see how much we can save you. All I need is a copy of your electric bill. So would you like a no obligation free solar analysis? Bingo. Okay. So you can call people, you could text them, right? Nowadays, everybody texts or DMs, however you want to do it. The key is this: get the word out to everybody you know. Okay. Help with training. This is another script. I don't got time for this. We'll get it to you. How to get the bill. Okay, my warning here. Okay, next, observe 10 homeowner training appointments and help 4 homeowners go solar. Look, if you can get 10 solid training appointments where you get 10 electric bills, you do 10 proposals, you're going to close 4 sales. Those are just the average numbers. You don't believe me? Ask JC. You're going to close 4 sales. If you get 10 homeowner electric bills, you're going to close 4 sales. And guess what? A new person made 14,000. You as the trainer mentor made 14,000. That can be done in 30 days. Folks, that's only 2 or 3 training appointments a week. I mean, you're not talking about 10 training appointments per week. I'm talking about 10 training appointments in a month. So of course that could be done. That's realistic. How you make money, earn money while you learn. Okay. Attend weekly 1-hour Zoom presentation. So I let people know. Now this is our schedule. JC and you guys have your own schedule, but I let them know, look, this is our schedule. We got a Monday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night trainings, okay, that we do. Sales, solar, Zoom, okay? And by the way, JC, I'm sure will let you guys plug into ours because our people are going to plug into yours. We all work together, so don't worry about it. But that's our training schedule that we're going to be launching now. So next, wrapping up, complete the online Powur Solar certification course, right? They got to learn how to do that. You guys all did it already. You go to Powur University, you complete the 2 or 3 hour online Powur University. Chris Lewis, you just joined our team. Buddy, make sure that you pay attention to the videos because I didn't pay attention to the videos and I didn't pass the test. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like you really fail. You just have to keep taking it till you pass it. So it's not a big deal, but you got to pay attention, everybody, right? You guys know that. So you passed that. Now, wrapping up, listen to top 5 business audiobooks daily to improve your business skills. These are my 5 favorite proven business books that changed my life, helped me make millions of dollars, and have helped a lot of people become wealthy. These are my 5 favorite. You may have others, okay? And what's cool is I'm not a big reader, okay? I barely got out of high school in New York, barely got out of high school. So I like audiobooks, okay? But whatever you like, you can read it, listen to it, it doesn't matter. Get these 5 books into your brain in the next 30 days. This is what I tell a brand new person. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. You guys never heard of it? Amazing. That was my first success audio that I ever heard. It blew my mind. The Magic of Thinking Big, Skill with People. I do it in these orders, okay? In this order. Because you want to learn how to sell. This is the #1 in the world. Tom Hopkins, the #1 sales trainer on the planet. You want to have great skill with people, great little book. It's only like 30 pages, easy to read. And you want to become a leader, okay? You got to become a leader if you're going to be leading people. So you can buy them on Audible. I've got them all on Audible, or listen to them free on YouTube. I don't really care. I just tell a brand new person, can you commit to listening to those 5 audiobooks in the next 30 days? That is critical. Why? Because then their mindset is right. Remember, that's the first key to success, their mindset, okay? And then look, make a commitment. This is where we end. Make a commitment to your family and leader to never, ever quit on your goals and dreams. And I want to end with this. Check this out. Well, here in Bill Gates, I got a little Bill Gates story that I'm going to wrap up with. We'll be done on time. Look, be prepared, everybody listen to me. Be prepared for people who don't show up to the webinar. Be prepared for people that cancel solar appointments. Has that already happened to you? Of course. Talk negative about power. Be prepared for people that tell you won't make any money. Tell you that you're crazy, it won't work. That's going to happen, Chris. You're crazy. It's not going to work. And they try to steal your dreams. You see, if your dreams are bigger than what other people say about you, then you will succeed. Check out this guy here. You may know who he is. Quote, Bill Gates said, there's no secret to success. I worked really hard on my idea, Microsoft, right? To get it as good as I could, and then knocked on door after door. I ended up showing my idea to approximately 1,200 people. Look at those numbers. He showed it to everybody. He showed the Microsoft idea to everybody. He was looking for investors, though. He wasn't looking for a little $148 investment. He's talking big money. 900 rights up front said no, but 300 showed a little interest. You think he quit? Folks, most people would quit right there. 900 people said no, people would cut their throat, jump off a bridge. Man, this thing sucks. You know what they say? There's more fortunes in the graves, in the graveyard, than people buried there. Fortunes as far as ideas, fortunes as far as dreams that people had, and they never implemented them. Why? Because People said no. Of those 300, only 85 actually did anything. Of those 85, 30, Bill said, took a serious look now. Like that means they really went, look at the investment, what kind of return, they got their attorneys together, right? I mean, now they're taking a serious look. Out of 1,200, only 30. And finally, of those 30, just 11 invested. And that launched me into becoming a multi-billionaire. Folks, look at the numbers. 1,200, 11 divided into 1,200, that's less than 1%. Folks, that's less than 1%. He experienced a 99% rejection rate. However, today, Bill Gates is one of the wealthiest people in the world, and he was the wealthiest man for a long time. Would you be willing to experience a 99% rejection rate to become a millionaire? Would you? Really? You sure? Because sometimes that's what it takes, but it's not going to take that in Powur. We don't got those kind of, man, that's tough. 1%, 1%, no way. Okay. So folks, don't let anyone steal your dreams. Folks, I want to tell you this. I'm excited to be launching now with you guys in Powur. I'm going to bring over 20 years of experience. Listen, I'm no better than anybody else. I'm the most humble guy in the world. I hate people that are arrogant. So I don't like arrogant people. I like people that are humble. If you made millions of dollars in this industry, another industry, whatever, you're making big money right now, man, be humble. People love people that are real and are humble. So I'm telling you guys from my heart, I'm here to help you guys in any way that I can. JC, I love the guy. We haven't even met in person. We just met through video and phone calls. He's amazing. You guys have an amazing leadership team. And I'm telling you, with what Jonathan Budd and Bobby Smith, I've checked these guys out. I think I told you, I know a personal friend that knows Jonathan very, very well. That guy is a stud. He's a visionary. I mean, that's a Steve Jobs type of, I'm not saying he's like Steve Jobs, right? But a visionary, big thinker to change the world, folks. And we got an opportunity here for the next 10, 20 years where we could change the world and change our lives. Man, thanks so much for you guys for allowing me to train with you. You guys have a great day, a blessed day.